The sacred is not found in the absence of the ordinary, but in the presence we bring to ordinary moments. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about sacred moments and creating sacred space in a busy life. Enjoy. In the rush of modern life, we often feel like we're living in a world without sanctuary. Every moment seems claimed by demands, notifications, obligations, and the endless pull of productivity. We move from task to task, place to place, rarely pausing to breathe, let alone to connect with something deeper. But what if sacred space isn't something you have to find? What if it's something you can create, right where you are, right in the middle of your busiest day? By the end of this episode, you'll understand that sacred space isn't about having the perfect meditation room or hours of uninterrupted time. It's about cultivating a quality of presence and intention that can transform any moment, any place, into a sanctuary for your soul. The word sacred often makes us think of churches, temples, or special places set apart from ordinary life. But the deepest truth about sacred space is that it's not really about the space at all. It's about the consciousness you bring to that space. Sacred space is created by sacred attention, by the quality of presence you offer to this moment, right here, right now. Think about it this way. You carry within you everything needed to create sacred space. Your breath, your awareness, your capacity for reverence and gratitude. These travel with you everywhere. The question isn't whether you have access to sacred space, but whether you're willing to create it, even in the midst of chaos. One of the most powerful ways to create sacred space in a busy life is through what I call micro-sanctuaries. Brief moments throughout your day when you consciously shift from doing to being. This might be the 30 seconds before you start your car when you place your hands on the steering wheel and take 3 deep breaths. It might be the moment you pause at your front door, feeling gratitude for the home you're entering or leaving. These micro-sanctuaries don't require special equipment or perfect conditions. They require only your willingness to pause, to breathe, to remember that you are more than the sum of your tasks and responsibilities. In that pause, in that breath, in that remembering, sacred space is born. Another approach is to designate certain daily activities as sacred rituals. Your morning coffee doesn't have to be just fuel for the day. It can become a moment of mindful appreciation, a small ceremony of gratitude for the warmth, the aroma, the simple pleasure of beginning again. Your evening shower can become a ritual of washing away the day's stress, of cleansing not just your body, but your spirit. The key is intention. When you approach any activity with reverence, with full presence, with an awareness of the miracle of being alive in this moment, you transform that activity into sacred practice. The dishes become a meditation on service and care. The commute becomes a journey of reflection and preparation. The bedtime routine becomes a ceremony of release and trust. Physical objects can also help create sacred space, but they don't need to be elaborate or expensive. A single candle on your desk can remind you to pause and breathe between tasks. A small stone in your pocket can serve as a touchstone for presence throughout the day. A photo that brings you peace can transform your workspace into a place of inspiration. But perhaps the most important element of creating sacred space is learning to see the sacred in what's already there. The light streaming through your window isn't just illumination. It's a daily gift, a reminder of the sun's faithful presence. The sound of rain isn't just weather, it's nature's lullaby, an invitation to slow down and listen. The face of a loved one isn't just familiar, it's a miracle of consciousness looking back at you. Creating sacred space in a busy life also means protecting certain boundaries. This might mean turning off notifications during meals, creating a few minutes of silence before bed, or simply refusing to fill every moment with activity. Sacred space needs breathing room, moments of emptiness that allow something deeper to emerge. Remember that sacred space isn't about escaping from life. It's about engaging with life more fully, more consciously, more reverently. It's about recognizing that every moment holds the potential for connection, for wonder, for the kind of presence that nourishes your soul even in the midst of the most demanding day. You don't need permission to create sacred space. You don't need perfect conditions or unlimited time. You need only the willingness to pause, to breathe, to remember that beneath all the doing, there is being. Beneath all the noise, there is silence. Beneath all the rushing, there is stillness. The sacred isn't separate from your busy life. It's woven through it, waiting for you to notice, to honor, to create space for its presence. Every breath is an opportunity. Every moment is a doorway. Every pause is a prayer. Your life is already sacred. The question is whether you're willing to treat it that way. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.